Experiment Co-Pilot is a very normal and rules of engagement abiding jet game which started development as a spiritual successor to Ace Combat simply because they took too long. As a metaphysical exploration on how orange you can possibly make Ace Combat, spoilers vary, it follows the tradition of a playable character who traded in all of his conversationalist skills for an immunity to gravitational force, and it follows it very well. 400 years after I personally ended the world with the help of Yellowstone National Park and a grenade, the world now consists of 2 countries, ignoring the other ones. The, not kidding, United Nations, which have naturally formed into the evil empire of the Federation, and the guys who are gonna pay me called Cascadia, because as monarch of the Sicario mercenaries, I'm in the division of the 4 attack jets we have, with my friends Galaxy, who has a big dumb plane with a big dumb radar who tries to convince me not to shoot at the sun. Comic, the not particularly funny one, she's just an alcoholic and keeps a bottle of Hennessy handy for dogfight enhancement. Diplomat, he's of course the most reasonable. And if you choose a 2-seater, your co-pilot President. Everyone likes Prez, she is a great mental illness amplifier, despite not actually giving you any advantage. But hey, her and her gravity-susceptible blood are doing their best in the backseat, despite getting jingled around like car keys. For that reason, and because the 5 2-seaters are all kind of terrible, I've installed the Prez Everywhere system so she can now be tucked inside the fuselage or alternatively just kind of up there at all times. But all you really need to know is that nowadays military aircraft are about the same price as a PT Cruiser, and not to alarm you, there is someone out there who would start up the apocalypse again for any reason. Hopefully we won't give him one. Hey, good job with those Floridian pirates you fought off screen. You remember doing that, right? Louisiana just needs us to do one more mission in the Gulf of whatever, and then we're gonna need to find another job. So it's time to pick your Gen 2 0.5 BR Rust bucket and get to work. Now I know, why can't we just bring the defense budget and some ordnance that definitely shouldn't be allowed to fly? Fair point, but we don't have that yet. For now, you normally only got this one, and a couple fuel tanks full of tannerite. Description, it'll work. So after we turn a few people into mist, the ground team finds a stockpile of cordium. Cordium is the Project Wingman MacGuffinite. As a very potent geothermal rock, you can make railguns out of this stuff, you could power really big jet engines, it's probably sapient, you might be able to smoke it. We can't confiscate that much, so rifle it is. I mean, it's not like explosion. Okay, so 4 Australians from another company show up and tell us that if we're looking for work, why not head over to Cascadia and commit some high treason against the same federation that we were just working for like 30 seconds ago. All the cool mercs are doing it. That sounded good, so midway through packing up all of Sicario and heading over, we had to stop some United Federation interceptors. In hindsight, this is easier when you do not crash into some guy's AWACS multiple times. I could not stop myself from doing this. If you can't rub together enough gray matter to handle that, then you aren't ready for the surface area of the incoming cordium airship. Fortunately, that means that they are extra susceptible to anti-battleship missiles and of course unguided explosives. Your survival will always be second priority to committing to the bit. How's it going, guys? It's me, Stardust. Nice to meet you. We don't have a military. We hired you guys from Fiverr for this rebellion, and we can't actually support planes. So the first job, head on over to Alaska and go get yourself an air-based. We don't pay you by the hour. Get to work, Wagey. After we carpet bomb all of our new stuff, the Federation gets angry enough to send in some of their ever so slightly stronger planes, so I proceed to show Crosswalk Squadron what we do to pedestrians. So with that done, it's time to get into the real work. Accessory to attempted guerrilla warfare, Cascadian ground forces over at this vineyard are having trouble with their comms due to the Federation's countrywide Brexit-powered anti-gooner electronic warfare, so I decided to provide extremely close air support until they finished downloading Death Stranding 2. But while we were busy there, they apparently started a siege on the capital, San Francisco. As if San Francisco does not siege itself every 2 years, I'm not gonna lie, just constantly. So you start fighting off boats, jets, and large jets, definitely crushing everything below them like a cartoon anvil until we've done all we can. Not that I've run out of ammo or something, no, me using the rest cost extra, and asking me to defend San Francisco does not make me feel like giving you a discount. Good luck down there, guys. Wow, I thought we might have been winning the war for a second. Thanks, Sicario. If you want to make yourself useful, there's this enemy facility built on a, I don't know, hell rift, and they get a bunch of their cordium from that. I need you to expunge the drills and blue-collar workers. Don't worry about that. Breathing in the stuff probably kills you in like 10 years anyways. It's gonna be like vaping. Just watch out for the Peacemaker Squadron because they are nearby, and that might not be on brand. So after proceeding to add more nitrogen to these chemical refineries and age into my mid-30s from the stresses of the mini tunnel run.
They tried a drug test on me after a sortie one time. Couldn't get a reading. Too little blood in my Adderall. Dear liberals, how is marine life going extinct if Crabfest is back at Red Lobster's not allowed?
I left the oven on.
Where do you think you're going? Crimson wine, go to bed.
That was the best pilot in the world, by the way. I don't know either. So to expand on that us not having a military thing, it's been a work in progress and we're thinking about a navy. We have sent 3 guys, 2 Glocks, and 1 canoe to hijack the most advanced battleship in the enemy fleet. So, and here's the funny part, I need you to escort our new battleship, the Eminent Domain, out of the area. Please do this before the power consumes them. I'm glad they're enjoying themselves. After me, Comic, and Prez deal with boats and the cruise missiles with survival instincts, we successfully managed to do it far after. That being said, you have been getting shot at by railguns, and looking at the minimap at any given point during that probably gave you a stroke. So next step, we're taking Diplomat to go fight the enemy airliner, the enemy and the airliners. Take that, RMS Laconia! Was I not supposed to? Continuing with the job, we have to splash the Federation's air convoy. Meanwhile, any of the civilians I didn't shoot down aren't allowed to know there's a war going on. After what must have been the most confusing air show of their lives, I shoot down another airship with my air-to-ground weaponry. Again, nothing wrong with that. The MDBA Meteor radar-guided missile is yet to have an air-to-air kill, meanwhile, the humble GBU-10 laser-guided bomb has. I believe the results speak for themselves. Alright, next mission, you alone have to sneak into a defense facility and have the facility contain considerably less defense. Tip number 1, do not trust the clouds. This was technically my fault, but I don't believe it. Tip number 2, if you play this game and think, wow, I should do a run where I destroy every optional enemy on the map, I cannot recommend you not do that enough. Once enough of that has been flattened, we can now bring all of Sicario with us to attack the Salina jamming facility.
Kaiser, this is a suicide mission.
I was just thinking that we're about to die.
Brothers and sisters, join me in Blackwater Valhalla!
So after helping our ground forces take out 720 of the 134 armed assailants, we make it to the main base and find out why do you want to join the army, son? We managed to take the base and repeal the OCA, and apparently all of this was done silently, so we have to resupply from here to whatever our next assignment is. Hey, next assignment, guys. So this Goodyear blimp showed up on radar, and we kind of panicked and sent an interception, and then they did, and then we did, and then they... Look, most of the world's planes are in this one spot. You need to get there, please! So welcome to the big stupid furball. I have no clue what happened to the footage. This is a mission I don't need to explain. 60 enemy planes, 60 of your planes, and you just gotta figure it out from there. For that reason, I recommend you only do this by unequipping your countermeasures you need to live with the AOA button to slide the whip, allowing you to defy gravity with whatever Lockheed black magic composes your chosen craft. In Ace Combat 7, doing this required that you slow to speeds that wouldn't tear off your wings and subject your spine to 3 cargo vessels worth of gravitational weight, but that's not necessary here. Go nuts. After a prolonged strangling, we managed to mop up all of the Federation's forces, and the day is, not these guys actually, you're late.
Guy at the center, I want him roofied.
Oh, hey, the mentally ill dude.
That's projection. I know it. I know when someone's projecting, you're doing it. You tell him, boy. Shut up, Jerry. This is my day.
If this guy was any edgier, he'd poke holes in his canopy.
Hey, Monarch, behind you, merging.
Alright, yeah, it's time to leave. Packing up Crimson.
Wait, but I want to kill more people. Wait, I want to kill more people.
Yeah, nope, that reminds me. We do have this file on tap here. It says under authorization for pilot license, just, and I quote, it would be pretty funny.
First chance I get, you're getting slimed, Monarch.
Right, so anyways, it's time to get to the grand Mediterranean Sea that exists now for some nighttime mother base exploding and chill. We have some reports of Fed tomfoolery with the cutting-edge jet defense contractor Icarus, which is the worst possible name for that. That's like calling your lawsuit-prone methane company Gas Leak LLC. But oh my god, is this mission good, and oh my god, is this music so damn good. Compared to whatever that was back there, it is a relaxing break from the hustle as long as you don't look at the minimap and don't try out the VR mode here. Please do not do that. So after being relaxed, we start smelling the wafts of cigarettes and cheese from the Generation 6 Rafale currently taking off on our...
Oh, let's see how you like this, fellow mercenaries.
Galaxy, what was that ancient tongue right then? You got a translator on board? No one on board speaks Sanskrit.
What is that, some kind of Project Wingman?
Why do I hear Guilty Gear music?
Start the gun on backgrounds.
So, welcome. Unlike the previous on-railgun buffoons, this is the first enemy plane which requires more thinking than just pulling upwards and slap fighting with sidewinders. All of their armament is unintentionally omnidirectional, so wherever you happen to be... Why am I talking? Roll it. I'm doing it again.
I'll be back for you, Miss Cherie.
What's poppin'? Stardust just hit up the WhatsApp group for all the mercs Cascadia hired. It just says, go blow up Pearl Harbor again.
Welcome to Sawiki, which is Hawaii if it looked like this for some reason. This specific port is co-opted by the United Nations, which is half the reason for being here, the other half being that Bandai Namco don't have the balls to ever do this. Like this video to petition the Japanese to finish what they started. But yeah, this is the third fun mission in a row. This is the jet game equivalent of the moon landing. Oh yeah, no, I see. After blowing up such airships as the UNS Fishmonger, the UNS Salvation, and the UNS Rick Astley, it looks like we got them real good. That's probably why they're starting to initiate scorched earth tactics. You might have noticed that we have done at least 2 trillion in damages per sortie, and it's about that point where it's starting to catch up to them with the rest of their tanks and whatnot randomly dotted around the forest. So after firing a couple more rounds into that twitching corpse, some of the blue helmets start to call for a surrender, which is really good, and I have a feeling this war's gonna be over real soon. Been a while, dudes. Real good work out there. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna need you to take just one more city, mostly just to embarrass the feds, but honestly, if they're not hearing the bells after this, then it's all their fault. I will let you level California if that's how that goes. So after picking my new craft with my new radar-absorbent paint,
Monarch, what am I looking at?
so you begin the parenthesized battle where you go around gunning down planes from a nation too warhawkish and scorched to give them an airstrip to land on. Granted, they even were able to survive me. My co-workers are beginning to feel bad for them. This thing comes with a railgun. They did not survive me.
You know what I got, Monarch?
Should I ask?
Took my Draco to the UN black site. Aired it out like laundry. I got the button now. You wanna know what the button does?
Yep, shoot, honestly, it can't be that bad.
Blaze.
So that is a lot of cruise missiles, but as long as we can shoot them all down, we can save not them anymore. Right?
Swapped out the payload with hundreds of bottles of Phantom, Monarch. You can't stop this.
We can alleviate some of the damages. Alright, I did say that cordium can be exploded and we're getting some weird readings, but as long as he did not aim for the ley lines.
My exit's coming up.
No, actually, I think I forgot
Man,
something.
I keep leaving the oven on. Gotta go. So you guys want to go to Wingstop, or
Bonjour, mes amis.
are you? This is the apocalypse.
That's why I keep Faraday freeze. Bottom
I want the Australians. Give us hold on to your head. There you go.
I don't think the economy exists anymore. What are you getting paid in?
I don't get paid.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would get inside an experimental cerebral hypoxia machine for charity. That's what I'd do.
Peter Kennedy.
That's not.
13, Gracefield Lane, Northern Cascadia, zip code 15.
Monarch, hit the charges.
Right, so Stardust and the boss Kaiser are apparently alive at the base, not even the least bit toasty, but that ain't the problem. Neither is the Fago Dreamin' actually, nor the fact that everyone in the world knows my name is Hubert, although that is bad and related to it. It's that the anonymity from our silly little tack names was the only thing keeping every mercenary with a pulse and a gun from filling my skull with lead. Need I remind you, there is a guy called Crimson One out there who restarted every volcano on Earth hoping it would mildly inconvenience me. They'd be paid off by him. Therefore, oh my god, why? I know this is bad. Yeah, spit it out. But please stay here, alright? Hear me out. I got a bonus package for you guys. Pulp Fiction briefcase. Oh my god! Hey guys, it's been 2 months and I'm currently living and smoking PCP in a nice highway tunnel because Rosedower back there and all the other air bases are kind of on fire, but we do have a deal to honor, so we're out again with a couple more friendly mercs and an airship. Yeah, he's trying his best. We just have to bully this enemy facility staffed by people who don't really want to be there anymore. Meanwhile, I am getting paid. Eventually, they run out of everything except the P-1000 Ratos they have stationed at this particular base and absolutely nowhere else. Good on them for not trying that ever again, because they were even easier to bully. The apocalypse thing is kind of toned down by now, so gear up, soldier. We're sending you back to Idaho. Watch out for— So back at Prospero, we are in charge of clearing out what little defenses are here so we can establish a staging port at Ground Zero right next to Krakatoa, which is a fantastic plan. After kicking the rest of the Fed resistance under the fridge, we get a radar signal of 8 aircraft, one of which being—
Monarch.
That's it, I'm hitting the switch.
Dax Twin, Leo Nutsang.
If words keep coming out of your mouth, one of us has to kill ourselves soon.
Why didn't you make me blow up my country because I was bored, Monarch? Why'd you make me do
Well,
it?
Crimsies, it was funny, but now in the final engagement with the squadron, I need you to imagine as if you are the Croatian child and the F-16 fighting falcon has been
Shut up!
What, me?
Everyone! Every time I go out, hey, let's go get some blood money. No, these 4 chimpanzees keep talking about the Antichrist. I don't care!
Let's practice our breathing exercises.
Oh my god! Maybe Dad was right. I should be out gentrifying the project.
Dip's radio transceiver is off.
Rage bait successful.
With Hitman 2's radio having a hole in it and Jerry, as well as 6 other Crimson Squadron guys dead, I finally reached the bare minimum threshold for lack of distractions, allowing me to hit that guy with 6 consecutive missiles. Alright, we're good. Finally, okay, I need you for just one more thing. The boats. They still have a lot of boats, and they're all over there. We got you guys some help too, don't worry, I think you're familiar.
Also ahead, flood the aft trim tanks.
and that'll give the gun the elevation it needs.
Nice to see you too, big man. This one is the boat version of Mission 11, and as such, your objective contains the word annihilate. So once I giddily fulfill my orders and the enemy fleet is in the Davy Jones, we were able to bring ours around to blockade the last of the Federation. I'd like to see them try to escape by getting past this man. Our good friend Stardust has brought along everyone he was able to find. Every Ethereum-paid mercenary contractor, every forklift operator that can be retrained for armored warfare, every schizophrenic that can fire a gun, and that homeless man named Finrod Crumplenose under your local bridge. Yep, he's the radio man inside a T-14 Armada.
Do not count days. Do not count miles. Count only the number of feds you killed. This is the in-game dialogue. There's absolutely no subtext in that.
Yeah, what he said. The last thing we have to do is, of course, explode Frisco. Thank God. Eventually, the Federation realizes that they should probably call a ceasefire, you know, maybe, which is real disappointing. I wasn't done, but hey, what's done is done, and I guess I made some cash along the way, so... Hey, look, new AFF, let me just hold the camera button.
Monarch, you thought it was that easy to kill?
Hey, let's not be hasty now. Think of the poor insurance companies!
Legalize nuclear.
Are we for real?
Even after Calamity, you fight against the only order that can ensure the involvement of peace. You, solely, are responsible for this. Not me, I didn't do it.
So welcome to the Flying Insane Asylum. What is wrong with this guy? Now, ignoring the implication that he survived exploding and just killed his entire Crystal Kingdom again and stole a prototype jet and a whole Cordium nuke this time, Crimson One has come into possession of a prototype jet, the nuke, and of course, you know, force fields, and no one knows why. That in the war doesn't really matter. Crimson One is a guy this dedicated to being the world's best ace or something that he's decided that the billions of dollars he's firing your way isn't enough and he needs to gaslight someone that never speaks. My Project Wingman already ejected and the repeated torment of Prez's bloodstream has finally caught up to her and she's currently doing her best Golden Freddy impression in the backseat. Just him, his plane, his railguns, his force fields, his other nuke, I didn't mention that, and you, war crime enthusiast, several hundred missiles to go, and an undying hatred for the Antichrist. Cause God is alive on Earth and he wants all the smoke.
Monarch, you gonna be looking for work? Listen close. Crash your plane right now. Do it right now, you have to.
No.
I will pay you to kill yourself.
No! Anyways, my friends did survive that. Some of them. For example, Dip, who would go on to host a podcast which Crimson One would proceed to consistently comment slurs under. I don't know, I guess he survived it again, will be safe as long as he doesn't get another aircraft or a gun. Comic would go on to discover that you can indeed smoke cordium. It is definitely not healthier than alcohol. Galaxy would proceed to get lost in the woods and forget how to walk on two legs. That has nothing to do with the now third apocalypse, that's just the natural promotion path for all jobs relating to air traffic control. Speaking of walking on two legs, neither can Prez for the next 4 to 6 months, but you know, she'll be back in the game soon enough. And the deal. Whatever was in the Pulp Fiction briefcase managed to somehow remove the current Cascadian role for the rebellion we were just paid for and transformed it into a mercenary haven, probably with your boy Monarch at the center. That's fine by me. I pledge fealty to the sovereign state of profit. Alright, so 2 more things. I'm doing a rebrand pretty soon because the name Lord Tonk has always, despite me never telling you this, made me cringe a little bit. Don't know what to switch it to yet, but keep watch for the polar bear to start sitting next to some new jumbled nonsense in a week's time. And also, I am beginning to hate making these videos. Let me put it into perspective. So the ones on Judgment sucked to do, then I tried to get this one done in under a month, did not happen, and when I finally got most of it done, I had to do the final boss a 6th time for the explosion audio without the Gaslight Gatekeep girl boss screeching in my ear. When I did that, by what I assume was Crimson One himself, my game crashed in his sheer frustration of not being able to yap. This is my sign to stop being a Maxor clone. Expect slightly different videos. Good